Good morning, children. Very soon I'm going to start the second poem from your book Flamingo. This is the poetry section of your course. The name of this poem is An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, written by the poet Stephen Spender. Now, Stephen Spender, the famous poet, he was born on 1909 till 1995. He was an English poet and an essayist. He left University College, Oxford, without taking a degree and went to Berlin in 1930. Now, children, yes, here the poet. Now, the poet also took a keen interest in politics and declared himself to be a socialistic and pacifist. In this poem, through the example of slum children, he attacks those who are exploiting the weaker section of the society. Through this poem again, the poet is trying to bring forward the social injustice and class inequalities. Now, in this poem, the poet is going to describe an elementary school classroom which is in a slum area. You are understanding, children? Imagine a school, an elementary school classroom, a single classroom in a slum area. So in the first para, as we'll go through the first para, we'll come to know the pathetic condition of the slum children who are sitting in a slum classroom as students. Here the poet is describing the students in detail. The children's faces are unlike the usual children of schools. They are far away from the beautiful sights of nature. Their school is in a slum area, not in the nature's lap like the other schools. You know very well, children, most of the convent schools and other schools where high quality of education is delivered, these schools are set up in the nature's lap like in the hilly stations. But this school is in the slum area. The students, the children who are sitting in the slum, elementary slum school, look weak and hungry. Their unkempt hair looks like rootless weeds on their pale faces, unlike other school children who are usually energetic and full of life. These children seemed withered and lifeless. The children of the slum are also unwanted in the society, just as weeds are unwanted in a garden. यहाँ पे the children sitting in the elementary slum school is compared by the poet with the withered weeds. जिस तरीके से हम गार्डन में वाइल्ड ग्रास को उगने नहीं देते हैं, we just cut it off, giving them no importance in our garden. Similarly, these children living in the slum areas are of no importance for the people living in the high society. Now, the poet is individually describing the students. He is talking now about a tall girl who is sitting in the classroom and she is looking very depressed. She is always keeping her head down, as if being burdened by sad thoughts. The girl is perhaps physically and mentally exhausted, shattered due to her poverty, due to her day to day problems faced by her family members, due to poverty. The other students of the class are not in a better situation either. Just like this tall girl, burdened with problems in her life, there is also a small boy sitting in the class who is as thin as paper. Paper seeming means this boy is as thin as paper. Now, undoubtedly, because of malnutrition, this child is not getting proper nutrition, proper meals. He also has big eyes like those of a rat. Yet, there is also another boy in the classroom who has inherited his father's arthritis. Arthritis is a problem of twisted bones. So यहाँ पे पोएट हमको क्या बताना चाहते हैं? इस बच्चे ने अपने फादर से कोई एंसेस्ट्रल प्रॉपर्टी, वेल्थ, मनी उसको नहीं मिला, बट उसको अपने फादर से क्या मिला? ये डेंजरस डिजीज ऑफ twisted bones. Now, because of the disease, he has stunted growth. He has inherited, as I told you, this disease from his father. But still, he is also reciting his lessons from his desk in a mellow but weak voice. There is another sweet boy sitting at the back of the class. He is sitting there unnoticed. Now, the poet is describing another boy who is sitting unnoticed in the class. He is very sweet and young. But this boy is dreaming of squirrels playing in a tree. He is daydreaming. The dull and the monotonous atmosphere in the classroom is perhaps unable to arrest his attention. मतलब उस क्लासरूम की monotonous dull atmosphere because of the cream walls, the boy is not paying attention towards his studies. He is daydreaming. Now, come to the second stanza, children. On sour cream was donation. Now, the poet is trying to say that, first of all, let me make you clear. In the first stanza, the poet was describing the children sitting in this slum classroom. Now, in this second stanza, the poet is describing the classroom itself. In this stanza, the poet is describing the dirty classroom. The walls of the classrooms are pale and dirty and give a rather unpleasant feeling. Just because the walls of the classroom are pale and dirty, तो एक unpleasant feeling poet बच्चों को आती है. On the walls displayed are the names of people who have given donation. On the walls there is also a picture of the Shakespeare, the pictures of domes of big cities which represent the life, domes of big cities, जिससे पता चलता है कि बिग सिटीज़ की लोगों की क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ कितनी अच्छी होती है. The early morning sky is shown as cloudless in another picture. एक और पिक्चर में किसके बारे में है? Early morning sky, which is shown as cloudless. There is also a picture of beautiful Triolis Valley. Triolis Valley is famous. It's a valley found in Austria, in Austrian Alpine province. This valley is always adorned with flowers and bells. All the wealthy people, all the wealthy rich farmers live in this valley. The world map, which divides the world into colorless, big and small, symbolically gives the children the whole world. बट ऑल these पिक्चर्स हैव नो मीनिंग. ये जो सारे पिक्चर्स पेस्ट किए गए हैं डल क्रीमी वॉल्स में उस क्लासरूम के, इन पिक्चर्स की कोई इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं है. इन पिक्चर्स की कोई इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं है इन बच्चों में. मीन्स द चिल्ड्रन हैव नो इम्पोर्टेंस. दे पे नो अटेंशन टूवर्ड दीज पिक्चर्स because the world which has been depicted through these pictures is not the world of these children. क्योंकि इन बच्चों की वर्ल्ड इज़ अ वर्ल्ड ऑफ पॉवर्टी, विशियस पॉवर्टी, ऐसी पॉवर्टी जो कभी ख़त्म नहीं होती है. और वर्ल्ड में जो पिक्चर्स है वो वर्ल्ड है, उस वर्ल्ड में सिर्फ प्रॉस्पेरिटी एंड हैप्पीनेस है. सो हियर यू कैन सी students, the children through the pictures can see clearly that the world has two faces, two parts, one for the rich people and the one for the poor people where these children are living. Unfortunately their world is painted with fog. लेकिन इन बच्चों की जो वर्ल्ड है ये रिच प्रॉस्परस वर्ल्ड नहीं है जो उन पिक्चर्स के द्वारा बताया गया है. वो पिक्चर्स जो उनके क्लासरूम वॉल्स में पेस्टेड है, इन बच्चों की वर्ल्ड जो है वो फॉग से पेंट किया गया है. मतलब उनकी वर्ल्ड में सिर्फ होपलेसनेस है एंड हंगर है. उनकी फ्यूचर ब्लीक है, डार्क है, इनसिक्योर्ड है. जैसे कि उनकी फ्यूचर को डार्क एंड डल स्काई ने सील कर दी है, उसके बाहर वो जा नहीं सकते हैं. The poet again says that their world is far away from the actual world. Again the poet is repeating कि इन स्लम एरिया में बैठने वाले इन पुअर पॉवर्टी स्ट्रिकन चिल्ड्रन की वर्ल्ड जो है, दिस वर्ल्ड, their actual world is far away from rivers and from valleys. These things are like stars in the sky which they cannot. तो ये जो ब्यूटीफुल प्रॉस्परस रिच कलरफुल वर्ल्ड है, एक्चुअली में ये वर्ल्ड सिर्फ रिच पीपल के लिए है, जहाँ पे ऑल द ब्यूटीफुल क्रिएशंस ऑफ नेचर लाइक रिवर्स एंड केव्स पाए जाते हैं. उनके लिए ऐसी ब्यूटीफुल वर्ल्ड स्टार्स की तरह होती है जो सिर्फ देखा जा सकता है लेकिन वो उनको छू नहीं सकते. मतलब उन लोग ऐसे रिच वर्ल्ड में कभी भी अपनी लाइफ स्पेंड नहीं कर सकते हैं बिकॉज ऑफ देयर विशियस सर्कल ऑफ पॉवर्टी. थैंक यू चिल्ड्रन फॉर बीइंग विद मी.